Dispatch sinks its heart into you almost immediately, but with a confidence and sincerity that's just so hard to shake from minute one. Within minutes of booting up, it's so clear. This is a game operating at the very top of its class when it comes to writing, voice acting, and presentation.
Hello, Robert. How do you move so quiet? I float.
The script is quite frankly brilliant, sharp, funny, unafraid to sit in the uncomfortable emotional spaces as well as the darker comedic spaces. It balances humour with vulnerability in a way few games manage. Jokes land, often hard, but they're never hollow. They coexist with moments of genuine tenderness and quiet pain. Offhand comments between co-workers, a pause in conversation after a tough call, or a character deflecting with humour when it's obvious something deeper is weighing on them. The game understands that work is where life leaks out, whether you want it to or not. And this incredible writing is elevated further by just a sensational voice acting cast. Every character feels lived in, not performed. I had no idea the people that were voicing these characters, and the biggest compliment I can give those voice actors is I had no idea it was them voicing it, and I know who they are. Especially big streamers like MoistCr1TiKaL and Alannah Pearce. Like, I watch those guys' videos, I listen to them, I watch their pods. You know, I know what they sound like. I had no idea that was them, and they were excellent. My favorite character, before even knowing it was MoistCr1TiKaL, before people accused me of glazing, it was Sonar. Sonar was hilarious. I loved him. I didn't sack him. I saved him. I thought he was so funny. And, MoistCr1TiKaL did a sensational job as Sonar there. It was my favourite character by far. Aaron Paul of Breaking Bad, Jesse in Breaking Bad to be exact, brings a familiar, raw sincerity to his performance. Not familiar in a bad sense. Like I said, it doesn't sound like him. Even once I knew it was him, it didn't sound like him. But he just sounds world-weary without ever sounding disengaged, perfectly suited to a character constantly balancing sarcasm with suppressed emotional pain. And Jeffrey Wright, who is a legend in his own right, as expected, is magnetic. His voice carries authority, depth, and just effortless gravitas. And that elevates every scene that he's in, and he's in a lot of this game. Even when he's delivering something as mundane as just basic workplace guidance, he just sounds so good, so locked in. It would have been easy for someone of his credentials to just kind of phone it in and just grab the paycheck, but he doesn't. He absolutely smashes this. And the most impressive thing about all of these people and everybody in this video game is how they make this workplace video game feel like a genuine workplace. If you ever worked on a team of people from different backgrounds, different places, different sense of humors or whatever, different ages, you know, this is exactly what it's like. It's just amazing across the board. Also, special shout out to whoever chose the soundtrack for this. Choosing a beautiful jazz cover of Future Islands Seasons Change by Bad Bad Not Good is an excellent choice. As was Bershey's Radio, a brilliant synth pop tune from around, 2022, 2023. And just to hear that randomly in like a house party scene was so cool. And it really sums up what it's like to go to a workmate's house party. Like, it's just, these guys really have their ear to the ground when it comes to this type of stuff. It's like they have lived this life and they are putting it into a video game.
So, you can imagine.
Sounds like loads of fun.
You two got one weird energy going on.
No one overshadows anyone else. Their performances interlock, sealing the illusion that these are real co-workers, sharing the same space, the same stress, and the same unspoken history. And that authenticity makes Dispatch some of the best animated work you will see this year, on par with standout films and TV shows. I'm not just talking video games here. And the animation isn't just some kind of budget dump. It's really precise, it's expressive, and it always services the overall theme and emotion that's going on in this world. Now, I'll admit, this isn't a game I normally play. I do not play these type of games. I saw what the gameplay was like, and I was like, nah, this isn't for me. But I saw a lot of the reviews, and I thought, okay, then I was like, okay, it's 20 quid, give it a shot. It's not that long a game, and boy, was I surprised. I absolutely loved it. Do I have minor gripes? I mean, nitpicky gripes to the gameplay. Okay, the hacking minigame is a bit repetitive after a bit. Not that repetitive. I mean, because it's tied into such a great story, there's a sense of urgency there. And I think that saves the hacking minigame. Everything else, QTEs, everything, awesome, loved it. You kind of understand that this game will have that type of gameplay. And if you're okay with that, you're going to have no issues. But the best part of the gameplay is without a doubt the almost comprehension-based gameplay, which if you told me this before, I would never play this game. But it just works beautifully. Making sense of overlapping conversations, priorities, and incomplete information becomes a perfect vehicle for the narrative and the constant chatter between co-workers. These mechanics don't interrupt the writing, they amplify it. It's like a little cerebral mini game that you're playing every time you get a mission. It's really cool. It should be something I find incredibly boring, but I just didn't. The strength of Dispatch is just undeniable almost immediately. I was hooked from episode 1 about 5 minutes in. Its sense of humour doesn't shy away from the darker side of comedy, nor from the softer side of love, or the painful side of loss. Small story beats carry real emotional weight. A mission that goes wrong, or a bit of heartbreak, and all of it just lingers in an office like you'd expect it to. It's like if you're going to work and someone's had really bad news, or you've had a bad day, or I used to work in sales. Yes, I know, forgive me. And when people used to have a bad day or a bad week, it could really affect their income, and you could feel that cloud. And it's a brilliant replication of that. And really, Dispatch feels like a living testament to what happens when great writing and great voice acting are treated as the foundation of a game, not an afterthought. And movies can't really recreate this feeling because in a video game, of course, you control the characters. Now, of course, movies offer different emotions due to the fact that it's real people, but this feeling you have in a game like Dispatch or other games that are excellent narratively and emotionally, it can't be replicated in other medium, and that's why I think Dispatch is absolutely fantastic and a high recommend. And really, it's often frustrating how often games deny themselves the type of depth you get from Dispatch by just kind of sidelining writing. Dispatch does the opposite, and it's just incredible for it. I love the main character as well, Robert. He's not a wilting flower. He's not some like emotional sad sack. He's got a real gusto to him. He's got real guts to him. He gives as good as he gets. He's likable. He's funny. He's flawed. He's imperfect, and he's absolutely fantastic. And Robert's confidence never tips into invincibility. He always feels vulnerable, and his sharp tone often masks uncertainty rather than dominance. Through him, Dispatch finds an emotional center, a character navigating work, relationships, and responsibility in a way that feels painfully human. And that's the core takeaway I have from Dispatch. This is a game about superheroes that is all about the human condition. And it's done to such a high level. It's done to such a hilarious level. This is the easiest recommend I can possibly give. And for that, you genuinely get what is easily one of the best gaming experiences you will have in 15 hours in a very long time. Dispatch doesn't just respect your time, it earns it. Every minute counts, and almost every one of them is worth showing up to work for. Thank you very much for watching. That's my Dispatch review. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, all the other stuff that people ask you to do. And leave a comment about what you thought about the game. Like, did you think it's as good as everyone says? Do you think reviewers are smoking the special sauce? Or did you also think that this game was fantastic? Let me know. I will take it from there. I've got a bunch of games to get through. Yeah, and on to Resident Evil 9. Can't wait for that. And also Neo 3. And my backlog of Switch games, of which I have many. Take care, peace, and look after yourselves.